So I just got out of the extremely disappointing first sheriff's office, let's just call it PR sales pitch, and money, they want money. That's for sure. Meeting. It was extremely disappointing. I'll just say some nice things first. I have nothing really nice to say after that, good to say. I think the Sheriff Bill Ryan is probably a really good dude that has good intentions. And I think that it was nice, what he said about domestic violence and trying to assist basically victims, essentially. That seemed worthwhile. Everything else did not. They want $100 million for their basically criminals detention center so that they can have 3 meals a day, spiritual and medical guidance. I heard that one of the leaders, so-called leaders, say, free dental care, free medical care. I wish I were kidding about all this. And for those people, I'd like to say, you guys need to learn, you need to meet this guy called President Nayib Bukele is what you need to do. And start taking notes. They definitely have some people that there is one person in particular that definitely represents kind of the mentality of these bigger cities where they have just lawlessness and tons of crime and just it's really out of hand. And I don't think things are going to get better for Spartanburg County underneath this new sheriff. I said, and I meant it, because I went down, you could at the end have your own questions. They wanted questions. This was a PR campaign. I don't think it go quite as planned for them, for some of the people, because some people were saying similar things, specifically one woman that I was saying, similar but different, it was kind of same theme. And, I told them, what I thought and what I wanted briefly, that taxpayers need to have the option to divest tax dollars away from the office of the sheriff and into private security, and that we need legislation that supports supports law-abiding citizens and not these criminal offenders to just do whatever they want and to, whatever. I fortunately haven't had to deal a lot with the legal system, certainly not the criminal justice system in South Carolina specifically. So I'm hearing from, other citizens, some other people tonight, they were saying that as soon as these people are arrested, they're just being let back out on the street to reoffend immediately, and it's just this big mess. So I don't know about all that. I fortunately haven't had to go and deal with all that at this point. I don't know if that's up ahead at some point. I'm gonna have to deal with that too, but I don't know. I know that we need anti-squatter laws. We need people who are tougher on crime. The sheriff's office leadership definitely is not the answer to any of that. There was a whole spiel, I just call it criminal enablement, about the price of orange juice going up, and that being why there's these people doing what they're doing in the streets, basically. I mean, it was ludicrous, some of the stuff that was being said by some of these so-called leaders. I don't support this office's leadership at all. And I did publicly say, and I'm going to play the recording about, it took a formal complaint just to get evidence collected in the property crime investigated at all. It's insane. And hearing, I didn't expect a lot for tonight, even after, and I'd looked at the talking deck they had, and I thought it would be still better than what it was. And I was just pretty horrified by how this whole thing played out tonight. And I don't have any faith in this leadership at all, in this office. I think that there's, of course, really great people that work in the office, but I think I did say, and I think that the culture is toxic, regardless of who the figurehead of sheriff really is. And I am curious, sincerely curious, to see what the people of Spartanburg will think about all of this moving forward. And I'm curious to see if they're going to keep this person in office, the new Sheriff Bill Ryan, or if they're going to vote him out and put someone else in the office. It was a big zoo of candidates. It felt like contestants at the last sheriff's election. So we'll see what happens about this upcoming one, which will be in a couple more years. But I won't be voting for Sheriff Bill Ryan and his current leadership team. I have zero confidence in this leadership team at all after this meeting tonight and what I heard. I think that law-abiding citizens are in big trouble, and that, if you want to be a criminal offender, this is the county to come to, because it seems like it is just a lawless kind of situation going on here. And I feel really uneasy moving forward. After going to this meeting and hearing what I heard, I just feel, and this is just really, I really think this is a bad situation. I've never actually seen law enforcement leadership this weak before, if I'm being honest with you. And that's really scary to me. The only thing I have as a reference point to something like this is like these big cities that I haven't lived in that have like crazy out of control crime and taxes. And so I just really think we're going to be in for it unless something major changes. And I just don't see that happening. And the areas I've lived in before, I mean, no one's perfect. Law enforcement's never perfect, but like, I've just never seen anything like this before. I've never heard anything like this before. I really feel like this office is like not for the people that are paying the taxes. And that is the simplest way to put it.